Coming to you from Rockingham, IPL Radio.
And you're listening to The Yarn, Homespun Arts and Music on IPL Radio. You're still joined by Sandy.
And this is Russ the Bus.
And we've obviously got our silent co-host Cloda under my feet. For regular listeners will know that Cloda is my service dog in training, and she's here every week co-hosting The Yarn with us.
Fabulous red setter.
Yeah, and we're joined today by Satisfaction Guaranteed. Well, half of Satisfaction Guaranteed. I hear a couple of you are stuck at home with COVID.
That's right. Thank you very much for having us.
So we've got Johnny, who is the lead singer and piano player, and Ethan. And what's your role in the band, Ethan?
I try to play the guitar.
Play the lead guitar?
Yeah, have a crack every now and then.
I think you guys are fantastic. I know you've probably heard me describe you before, but my description is the moves of Mick Jagger, the stage presence of Elton John, and the musical stylings of Freddie Mercury is how I describe Satisfaction Guaranteed. They're a real good band to go and see live because they're real performers. I remember when I first saw Tommy, your drummer, I knew he was with the band because he just has that rock star look to him. So Tommy's away today. And
yeah, he's not feeling too rock star at the moment.
No. So tell us a bit about yourselves. How long have you guys been Satisfaction Guaranteed?
A couple years.
Yeah, about 2 years at this stage.
Yeah, right. Right on 2 years.
Yeah.
We used to jam together before it was SG because we wanted to get something going, but so right on 2 years, I think.
All right.
Brilliant.
And how do you guys know each other? Were you high school buddies?
Tom and John were. I can't join in through connections. Just kind of had a jam. Mm-hmm. We did a few gigs, and then we made the lineup it is now. Just about, yeah.
Yeah, because I used to jam with Tommy in high school, and Ethan was because I worked at Rock and Roll High School, which is a music tuition school in Bunbury. And yeah, so I told my old drum teacher that I was looking for someone to form a band with, and he said, "Oh yeah, whatever. That sounds cool. Give it a shot." I told him I wanted to sing, but because I was a drummer at the time, he was like, "Oh, I don't know about that."
Oh, really?
And we're still not too sure about it.
Yeah, I think he was right. But he ended up just out of coincidence having a chat with Ethan's dad.
Yeah.
Who worked at he was working at the school that he was doing maintenance at. He said, "My son plays guitar. He's not very good, but he'll jam with someone."
I fit right in.
And my drum teacher said, "I know someone who's not too good either." So we put us together, and now we're all right.
Amazing. Yeah, well, I was very impressed. Sandy introduced me to you guys, and seeing you guys on the stage there rocking out, I was super impressed, man. Like, yeah,
cheers.
great show, great front men. It was really impressive.
So, who are you, and what are your influences? How would you describe yourself as a band?
I describe us as I reckon we're pretty confident. We're a little bit in your face, which is
It's a great thing.
It's good and bad sometimes. Sometimes it's a bit full on, but
we try to gauge where we're playing. How in your face we should be. But I think just because we work so hard, we don't really want to mess around. We kind of just want to be there and show you what we got.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon?
Definitely.
I think it's just like a lot of our big influences are bands who it wasn't just the music, it was the performance as well. And so when we go into any show, we want people walking away being like, "Wow, that was a show." Like, so we try and put all of our energy into it.
Give you your money's worth.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
And so who would you listen to when you're not playing? What kind of music rocks your boat?
My favourite band's The Stones. I think Keith Richards is the greatest guitarist of all time. The Who, Zeppelin, like a lot of British influence comes into our sound, I think, guitar-wise.
Yeah. We're all big fans of Oasis and like UMI. and
Obviously, AC/DC comes into it quite a bit.
Yeah.
all those types. Queen.
Yeah.
There's not. I think I said in our last interview here, is, there's no originality here. We just kind of take from this person and that person. So
Combine it
you
all.
said Elton John and Freddie Mercury, and you're exactly right. It's theirs.
And Mick Jagger.
Yeah. I've stolen each.
But it doesn't make it unique when you take a bit from each different people, You're not just impersonating one person.
Yeah.
So you make your own recipe.
Well, we might have a little listen to one of your songs. I've got Rumour Has It queued up, ready to go. So do you want to tell us a little bit about this song?
Well, this is our latest single. We tried, it's very different from our other ones. We've tried a lot of new stuff with this, and we're real excited to get it out. So, let us know what you reckon. If you like it a lot, let us know. And if you don't like it, then let us know.
Then don't listen to it.
Tell someone else.
Tell someone who cares. So this is Rumour Has It by Satisfaction Guaranteed.
Coming to you from Rockingham, IPL Radio.
And that was Rumour Has It by Satisfaction Guaranteed, who we're lucky enough to have in the studio again today.
Yeah.
So last time we had you in the studio, you were heading down to Albany and Esperance. How did that go?
It was fantastic.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very unique to the other shows we've played before.
And you were telling me that on the way down you weren't feeling so well, Ethan.
Yeah, we got to Albany. I was the first there, probably 2 hours before the other boys, and kind of rocked up, and I was like, oh, not feeling too good. Like, don't know if that KFC went down too well. And so I was in the bathroom for a few hours after that, and
Poor thing.
yeah, and
So how did the actual show go? Did you manage to pull it together? The show must go on, sort of
yeah, I was up there and I was playing, and I think the audience could tell something was up. I was just kind of, John was jumping around like he does, and I was kind of standing off to the stage, like. Sound man kept like looking at me, giving me a thumbs up, seeing if I'm okay.
Myself, Tommy, and Aiden had to throw in a few, little jam sessions while Ethan composed himself.
Yeah, I went and sat down and had a drink of water.
But we pulled through that one.
Yeah, well done.
So your style's very rock and roll, would you say? That's what you're going for?
Yeah. What do you mean by style? Do you mean musical or
Oh, did I say the word style?
Style.
style? Yeah.
Style, not style.
Style or
Musical style or stylish clothing?
Your musical style is very rock and roll?
Yeah. From what we have out at the moment, the songs that we've released, which is only 4, I guess it's pretty. There's some real rock stuff in there, and we love rock and roll.
Yeah.
But we like to experiment, so we'll see where we go with it.
Are you going back into the recording studio anytime soon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you want to fill us in a little bit more about that? When can we expect new singles?
Nah.
No?
Not being
So
released.
under the hat at the moment?
Yeah. We're but the ones we would like to record, we are experimenting. So So we're looking forward to sharing them with everyone.
Be a bit along the same lines, but like a bit different to what we've done before. We're try to experiment a bit, like John said, and broaden our sound, I suppose. Yeah, we're still learning what we're doing in the studio as well, so each song gets better and better for us, yeah.
You guys were saying just before when the music was playing that you guys rehearse 2 or 3 times a week or a bit more?
Yeah, that's what we try to aim at. Because, we do nothing else. We try 2 to 3 times a week, depending on if we have a show that weekend or whatnot.
That's good commitment,
Yeah, it's just hard work. It shows when you're performing
It really does,
that you've rehearsed and rehearsed well, because
Very tight.
it's flawless when you play.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've seen you a few times now at Mojo's, and have I seen you somewhere else? I think just Mojo's I've seen you perform.
Yeah, much.
Yeah.
Oh, at Clancy's, I think.
Oh, at
Yeah.
Clancy's as well. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So what's your favourite venue to play?
The Prince of Wales Hotel.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember you telling me that last
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Bunbury. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got an interesting story about the Prince of Wales. I'm quite psychic, and I'd never been in there, but I had this dream that my husband at the time was in there, and the layout was exactly as I dreamed it, with the bar at the back, the main area at the back, and the long hallway leading up to it. And I dreamed that my husband was in there with a lady on his lap, flirting away. And I used to run a ceiling fixing company, and I was ringing my ex-husband, or my husband at the time, to tell him that I couldn't get the scissor lift that we needed, and I couldn't get a hold of him. His phone was off. So I drove into the site to let him know, look, I can't get the scissor lift for the hired. We're going to have to do something else, like we have to put off doing the job for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I was told he was at the pub, which is nothing except that he was very possessive. And I've told Russ before, I hadn't been to the pub between the ages of 18 and 25 when we were married, because he was so possessive it just wasn't worth going to. And when the boys told me that he was at the pub, but with his phone off, I went to go and find him, walk in, and it's exactly like I dreamed, the layout. And so you can imagine my heart racing to thinking I'm going to go around the corner and see a lady sitting on his lap.
Yeah.
I didn't. There was no lady on his lap, but I still cracked
Was it a fella?
cracked it with him because, I hadn't been allowed to go to the pub, but it was just trippy to me how much it was exactly the same as was in my dream.
Yeah.
I was
Quite
so
intuitive.
nervous as to
Yeah.
what I was going to find. But yeah, that's my story with the Prince of Wales.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Just
Yeah.
It was the first pub I went to at the age of 25 because I hadn't been allowed to go to pubs in my marriage, and I've seen John Butler play there and seen all sorts
Yes.
play there now.
Yeah, I've seen him there.
There was their Thursday night. Do they still do the Thursday night as the big night for getting in the performers? Is the one that everyone goes to?
No, it's more Saturdays now.
More
but
Saturdays?
It's a bit complicated as of late.
Why's that?
But well, I don't know.
Just going through some changes,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Going
Yeah.
through some
But-
changes.
Yeah, but it's still our favourite venue.
Favourite
to play.
venue.
It's
Yeah.
good for a pint.
And,
Chill out.
Yeah, great. They still got the atmospheres. Coming
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So it's,
Old school
yeah,
pubs. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great sound as well. Great sound man. Spider.
Yeah, legend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Spider
And
Man.
if you could play anywhere, thinking real big, where would you like to play? Would you like to get to that AC/DC type fame, or what's your sort of goals as a band?
Yeah, maybe playing at an indie bar could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Indian Ocean Hotel.
No,
Yeah.
we'd love to play in Europe eventually. Get
Yeah.
over there.
Mm.
There's some amazing venues over there, and
Yeah.
like get into one of those festivals where they're just loving rock bands and going crazy. That'd be a bit
Yeah.
of a dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
We feel like we're as you can tell by our name, it's a little bit presumptuous.
Yeah.
We feel we're not going to lie to anyone. We definitely want to be up, like performing to as many people as we can, because we
Yeah.
feel like because we work so hard, we want to show as many people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can give them entertainment, give them bang for their buck, and
Mhm.
and so
Yeah, man.
basically, any opportunity we're given, like this Oneness 23, we've never
Yes.
played at the
Rio
Rio
Social.
Social
Rio
before,
Social.
so
Yeah.
we're very much looking forward to performing on that stage. We'd love to tour Europe and anywhere else.
Yeah,
I'd love to play in.
Be a dream come true.
Yeah.
I heard Germany's kind of the same. Like
Yeah.
they're into those heavy acts. I
Yep.
think. I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe I'm
Yeah.
misinformed,
I
but
haven't
I'm
been
not
there
sure.
myself.
I haven't been to Germany.
Yeah, it's definitely on my list.
Yep.
One
yeah,
day.
neither. But I'll go soon.
Yeah. And we're just talking about Oneness 23 since you brought it up. Can you tell us a little bit about what got you to be involved in our event for raising money for Freo Social? Not for Freo Social, raising money for IPL Radio
Yeah.
at Freo Social. What was the draw card for you coming on board?
Well, you asked us, and we said, yeah, sure.
that sold it
pretty
for
happy.
us.
Yeah. So was it the opportunity to play at Freo Social? Was the opportunity to
Yeah.
be involved in charity work?
Yeah, there's a lot of factors. You know, we love the station. We'd love to support that. We love the Freo Social because we've been to watch a few shows there before,
Yeah.
but we've never performed, so we'd love to perform there. And we love performing with Lockie John and the Red Bellies.
Yeah, it's good, mate.
Yeah.
And, so you
Awesome.
know, yeah, there's plenty of factors that play into it. We just thought, yeah, sure.
Well, I'll let the listeners know that Sunday the 18th of June at Freo Social is Oneness 2-3, and there you can see Satisfaction Guaranteed, and as they mentioned, Lockie John and the Red Bellies, and they're also performing will be Lois Olney and Dave Johnson.
Yeah.
And then we've got our songwriters workshop, which is very excitingly led by Lockie John and Jack Davies.
Yeah.
So
We might have to take a few notes at that.
Yeah.
yeah.
You might be able to exchange them.
Yeah.
I think we'll go to another song. This is Can't You Hear Me Calling. Can you tell us a little bit about this one?
This was our first ever single released in October 2021.
Yeah. And how did it come together? What's it about?
It's about well, it's
Not
about whatever you're feeling right now.
Uh-huh.
See what you reckon and then let us know.
Okie dokie. This is Can't You Hear Me Calling by Satisfaction Guaranteed.
Coming to you from Rockingham, IPL Radio.
You sure are listening to IPL Radio, and this is The Yarn, Homespun Arts and Music, with Sandy.
And Rustabus and
And
Satisfaction Guaranteed.
we've got Johnny and Ethan. The other boys are away with a bit of a spicy flu, as I usually refer to it. Just if they're listening, shout out to Tommy and Aiden. Hope you're feeling better soon, guys. So we can get you. Definitely hope you're better for Oneness 2-3, and but that's all the way in June 18th. So we've got plenty of time for you to get better for that.
That's right.
So we were talking a little bit about the lineup at your ideal gig while the song was playing. So say you could play anywhere in Australia that you wanted to. First of all, whereabouts would you be playing?
Far out.
Oh, there's so many great venues, but one that we've always loved is the Indie Bar.
The Indie
Just
Bar?
Great vibe, always
Yep.
great crowd, and like the bar's right next to the stage, so it's just so easy. It's
Very
too
convenient.
easy.
3 steps.
And there's
Yeah,
a pool at the Indie Bar, isn't there?
yeah, there's a
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's got a bit of atmosphere with the summer
Yeah.
type feelings.
great vibe. Great vibe.
So,
yeah.
and who would you be playing with at the Indie Bar? You can play with invite anyone that you want from the Australian music scene. I like to think local, but you can think as big as you want. Who would you like to have on the lineup? Say you were headlining, who would you have supporting you?
We have so many great mates in the scene up here. So like, it'd be a big show, but
Yeah,
We'd probably say, well, for me, I'd probably say definitely maybe Odette Mercy,
Uh-huh.
the Soul Atomics.
yeah. We've had Odette in the studio.
Yeah.
She's lovely.
Yeah.
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 We haven't met her in person yet. We just saw her at the Freo Social.
Uh-huh.
No, not Freo Social. The
Charles.
Charles Hotel
Yeah.
with Southern
Uh-huh.
River Band.
I was
Uh-huh.
just hanging out with her after the Grace Bobby.
Yeah, I went home, but you got invited for
Yeah.
kick-ons.
That's
at
right.
the,
Wicked.
yeah, bit spin when I went home, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was with Odette Mercy and Grace and
That's right. And Quincy.
Quincy, yeah. Sorry, we
Legends.
interrupted. Who else
Yeah.
That's all
will
right.
be
I
on
mean,
your lineup?
Quincy's cool as well. And Grace Barbie.
Lockie
Abby
John.
May, Lockie John.
Yeah, all those names.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah.
Legs Electric, who we're playing with soon again at the 459 in July.
Jive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Do
14.
you want to tell us a bit about that gig?
Yeah, it's gonna be quite different to our other gigs. It's we've only got one support, which is Legs Electric, which is we're very excited about, and we're gonna be throwing in a few surprises. So
Won't be one to miss, I reckon.
And
Yeah.
when is that?
July
that's July 14th.
14th. Yeah.
Is that a
July
Friday?
14th? I don't know.
Is
Neither.
459 like a little wine bar, or is it a bigger venue than I'm thinking of?
Not sure. We've never been.
It's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
connected to the Rosemount next door. So like
Ah, yeah.
it's a cool little vibe. So,
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have you been?
Yeah. I've been in there, had a drink in there. I think it's pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I thought you were joking. Thought you were pulling my leg.
No, I would never. I would never.
And what's the capacity there?
100, I think.
Yeah.
Just a small intimate gig then?
Yeah.
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 And you've also got Frio Social with Oneness 2-3 on June 18th.
Yep.
Sure
That's
do.
it.
Show at the Frio Social.
Yeah, and they have a capacity. We're looking to sell 600 tickets, so and that's with 100 comped on the door. So they looking for a maximum capacity of 700, and yeah, we'll be happy if we sell half that, but it'd be great to fill the room,
It
wouldn't
would
it?
be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I think it's possible.
Yeah, it's
So-
certainly possible.
Tickets
Good cause, good lineup.
are flowing out the door, so you should get online and get your tickets if you haven't already got one.
Yeah, and that's at www.fairwa.com.au that you can find your tickets for Oneness 2-3.
Yep.
Jump
Get
on board and grab them because they are starting to sell, and we'd hate for you to miss out.
Yeah, so would you. It's going to be a lot of fun, lots of workshops and lots of goodness going on in that big room.
I think we might listen to another song. This one we've got Wandering. Can you tell us a bit about this one?
Tell us about it. Ethan.
Oh, yeah. It's just I was just going for a walk one day and I was listening to the Beach Boys now because I love their harmonies and the chords, and I was like, would love to write a song like that. And then the next song that came on, I was listening to was like the Rolling Stones and that, and I was like, oh. So it's two like different styles. Like, it'd be cool to merge them into one. So that was kind of like the original inspiration, and like
Nice.
a few melodies in the verse, and then put a rock and roll in the chorus. Like, it's a fun song to play live. Yeah,
We're good.
people get
Alright,
into it.
let's have a listen to it then. This is Wandering by Satisfaction Guaranteed.
Yeah, go on.
Coming to you from Rockingham, IPL Radio.
You are indeed listening to IPL Radio, and this is The Yarn, Homespun Arts and Music, with Sandy.
And Russ the Bus and
And-
Satisfaction Guaranteed.
Satisfaction Guaranteed
Half of
are
them.
here in the studio, or half of them at least.
50%.
So you were going to ask some questions, Russ?
Yeah, we were just wondering, like, how do you guys write your songs? Is there one particular person in the band who writes the songs, or do you take it in turns? How does that work?
It's just like we usually will rock up to practice and be like, oh, came up with this the other day. And he's share it, and the others either go, yeah, that's cool. No, that's crap. We're not doing that. Like, it's either one or the other response.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
And-
no specific
formula.
formula we go
Yeah.
through. It's just what works at the time.
Yeah, when
So you might-
inspiration strikes.
Do you think of a
Alright.
melody, or do you think of a line, or how does the first spark come about?
Yeah.
Like that.
Either
Yeah.
way, they can.
There's no specific. It's just if a spark comes, or if we don't have we don't brainstorm or anything. It will just be jamming, or at home by ourselves, or two of us will be together just doing something. It's something
come
will
up with-
strike.
Yeah, it can be like, sometimes it might be a lyric and like that's kind of cool. Or a chord progression, or just something just takes one little thing and you're like, oh yeah, we can build off of that. Yeah.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, so I wish I could write songs. I have to.
Me too.
Yeah. I have to go to the songwriters workshop with Jack Davies
Yeah.
and Lockie John at
Yeah.
Oneness 2-3.
Well, see you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll come along to the songwriters workshop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
think you should.
opportunity to,
Why
because
not, yeah.
Lockie John was mentored by John Butler and Mama Kin. He won the upcoming Songwriter of the Year when he was 18 at the Nannup Music Festival. I think he said Fairbridge.
Johnny did.
Lockie John.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
At the Fairbridge Festival back in 2018,
All right.
he won the up and coming songwriters and got mentored to produce his song "Oh Little Brother" through Mama Kin and John Butler. So
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I love that song.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, he's a great songwriter, Lockie John.
He is, yeah.
Wicked stuff.
I didn't know any of that though.
Yeah,
Oh,
neither.
He never told me. He's not one to
brag.
brag.
No, well, not because I interviewed him for the show. So, the thing that stuck out to me about your last interview was how much you guys practice. I wanted to ask, like, do you feel when I used to play golf, and when I wasn't playing, my back felt strange. You know, like I was used to the swinging of the golf club. Does it feel like that for you guys? If you're not performing, if you're not rehearsing, it's like something's missing from your life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just can't you can't miss it. Like you're thinking, I haven't practiced in a while. We really should get back into it. Like something that you feel like you got to go do, and it works out for us because I feel like we put on really good shows because we've practiced, feel good about it.
Yeah, you do. You can tell it doesn't seem like it's difficult, and that's the sign of good practice.
Yeah.
When it comes across just as very easy to perform like that. Do you practice the whole performance, like get into the character that you personify on stage?
Yeah, definitely. And it feels like, I was going to say before, it feels, say if we've just had a long month of multiple shows, or touring, like we went up north to Karratha and Exmouth and whatnot, a lot of driving, a lot of playing. Even if we have a break after that for maybe a week, it just feels a little bit, me personally, I feel just a little empty, you know. There's not much else I can do other than if I'm writing a song, or other than that I'm just working or drinking beers. So
you feel
like
weird, like you're
not fulfilling
need
your
it to keep
purpose
us
in
order.
life.
The shadow of
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
And where do you rehearse? Like, do you guys like have a particular house or a studio you rehearse at, or you just varies from house to house?
We practice at this music school down back in Bunbury, JD's Music Tuition. We can rehearse there a few nights a week. Yeah, it's
that's good.
We've got a key, so
Yeah.
so we can
Nice.
go there when we want, and we usually go late because we work until 9 p.m. or whatnot. So we usually go late, so there's no one else rehearsing by that time.
It's a long day. Yeah.
So we can kick it off.
Nice. Yeah.
Not too many houses around either, so we can turn
Yep.
it up and
You can turn
experiment
up and really go for it.
things.
yeah, definitely.
Very good.
And why Bunbury? What keeps you in Bunbury?
It's home.
Yeah.
Feel comfortable there.
Yeah.
That's where everything's kind of going on for us at the moment. We we're all down there. We love playing in Perth, and we would love to play every night in Perth. And if we lived here, we could.
Yeah.
But
And we would.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But living in Bunbury, I mean, it's just we've all grown up there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, you have, haven't you?
Yeah, I've grown up there.
Yeah.
It's good too, because like you find a lot of bands who are just located in Perth and just play Perth. When they come down our end, like they don't get the crowd sometimes because they're not like around from there. But because we've been down there, it's easier for us to get the crowds in Bunbury, and even more down south. We have access to down south and do pretty well as up in Perth. So
Yeah.
And
works
also-
out well for us.
Also with our mates from Perth, if they're coming down to play in Bunbury, you know, we'll say we'll let people know, and we'll bring in a whole some of
Yeah.
our friends and supporters, you know, in to watch them. And so it's like it's working out real well at the moment. Except we got to pay loads and fuel.
Yeah.
Which is and we got we got family members living in Perth though, so we can.
You got accommodation.
Stay.
You can stay
Yeah,
at.
crash up there.
But it's working well for the moment.
So you
That
don't
seems-
think a move is on the cards?
What's that?
You don't think a move to to Perth or Fremantle would be on the cards?
Or one day.
One day maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
We found that a lot of our favourite venues like Indie Barn that have always been very accommodating towards us. Like, oh, you're coming up from Bunbury, and they'll give us a free room, might give us a meal or something. Like, we really appreciate that they recognise the distance we've gone up.
Yeah.
That's always warms our hearts. Really makes us feel like we've been appreciated for that effort. Yeah.
Definitely.
There's quite a few new venues that I've discovered down in Bunbury when I was down there building Groove and the Moo.
Yeah.
Down there for the weekend. The Froth Brewery. I'm not sure what the other venues are down there, but there seems to be quite a few.
Yeah. I was
up
just
and
thinking
coming.
about that today.
Right.
As I was driving up. I drove past the Froth.
Yeah.
And the Last Slice.
Yeah.
Which is kind of next to that. But Froth has a stage in it.
Yeah.
But Last Slice is more of a sports bar, but they're both quite new. So yeah.
Yeah.
Clancy's in Dunsborough.
Good
They
spot.
they put on bands there.
Yeah.
Have you ever played there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Yep.
It's really, really good actually.
Yeah.
Great
Really good
beers.
sound, great beers.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That's a really good venue. For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
I've caught a few acts just because every week I write down who's playing where, and there's been a few playing at Clancy's in Dunsborough, so good to see.
Yeah, that's a really lovely little venue, that, right on the waterfront.
Yep.
When we played at the Clancy's in Dunsborough, we were just sleeping in our cars up on the car park
Yeah.
up there. So they, when we
did
had
that
some
too.
snags and stuff to cook up, but they came up afterwards. The staff did, and they had this massive wok of fried rice and stuff.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
was
nice.
it was real nice of them. And they were hanging out
Excellent.
with us, and
Yeah.
so yeah, real accommodating. people.
Absolutely.
Cool.
That's so good. I remember back in the day, I was playing with Johnny Butler. Me and him played didgeridoo. I played didge and he played the guitar, obviously. But we were playing in the water. They had a little jetty there.
Yeah.
And it was like bouncing. I blew up a speaker with my didgeridoo, and I just was waiting to go in the water. It was so bouncy. But yeah.
And
Good
so,
times.
what have you got coming up? We've got 1-2-3 at Frio Social on the 18th of June. You've got 459 in July 14th
Legs Electric.
with Legs Electric. Anything else
Yeah.
on the cards?
Yeah, there's a few in June. I think 23rd. That might be a secret one.
23rd and 24th.
Yeah, 24th is the Freo Music Festival.
Oh.
Winter Music
the
Festival.
Winter Music Festival.
So we're really keen
That's
for
right. I
that.
saw you on the lineup for that.
Yeah, that's something new for us. So
Yeah.
we're
Do
beyond
you know which
excited.
venue you'll be playing at?
Swan Basement.
Yeah.
Is that called?
The
Yeah.
Swan Basement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They haven't told us if we're allowed to say that yet, but
All
I'm
right.
sure everyone can keep a secret.
Yeah.
I've seen it advertised that you're going to be there.
Yeah.
So, but they just don't say
Yeah.
who's playing which venue. For those people that don't know much about the Winter Music Festival, it's in North Fremantle from the 24th of June, and it's over 4 venues: the Port Beach Brewery, the Swan Lounge, the Swan Basement, and Mojo's, and that's 7 p.m. till late. Some notable names that will be performing are Cloudy Joy and the Joy Boys, Dan Howes, Ruby Pettit, the Witchy Gypsies, Veruca Moon, and of course Satisfaction Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're playing the night before. Is it the night before or night after? We're playing with King Blue in El Grotto.
Night before, I think
Yeah.
Friday,
Yeah, we're
Whereabouts?
supporting King Blue at El Grotto.
All right.
on the 23rd.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And
that-
Sienna Rebello's
Oh.
playing as well. We play with her at Mojo's, the last one.
Yeah.
And Lockie John, that was the last one we were at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I saw that.
That was when I saw you, yeah.
Yeah, it was bloody good
Yeah.
gig.
So that should be
Yeah.
a good weekend in Freo for us.
Yeah, yeah.
And for everyone else as well.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right. I'm very much looking forward to it. This will be
Me
our
too.
first gig with King Blue, I think.
And
Yeah.
so what venue did you say?
Awesome.
El Grotto, yeah.
El Grotto, where's that?
Scarborough.
Scarves is
Thanks,
right
yeah.
on the beach there. Yeah.
Yep.
I've been
It's
up
our
there.
first gig at El Grotto as well.
Oh, cool.
Quite a
We've
few
hit
firsts.
up all these gigs before, these venues
Yeah.
before, but
Yeah.
about a year ago. But
How
now we're
does
finally
how does
getting to
that
play
work
there.
getting booked? You said earlier you had during the break or during the song, you said to us that you
The
have a
production manager.
part-time manager. Does
Yeah,
she
yeah.
do all the hard yards of trying to get you booked into gigs and?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Teresa. She's
She carries the band.
Hello,
She
Teresa.
actually writes all the songs as well.
Yeah, she does everything.
She she's really helpful. She came at the perfect time for us when things were kicking off a little bit, and
Mhm.
because we're all working and we live in Bunbury and we're trying to book our own gigs and whatnot. So yeah, she came around at the right time and just kind of took the load off, and so she's booking us gigs. She booked us that show at Mojo's with
Yep.
our first headline at Mojo's, and then because she's living in Broome at the moment, she's helped us with our up north shows.
Uh-huh.
which we just went up to Karratha and Exmouth, and she helped us a lot with that. And then we're going again pretty soon.
Huh?
Wink, wink. But yeah, so yeah, she's cool. She's very helpful, very understanding, and
Well, we might
Amazing.
go to one more song because we've only got 4 from you, so we'll play the 4th one now. This is That's How It Goes by Satisfaction Guaranteed. Did you want to say anything about this song? It's a short one.
yeah, we don't like this one.
It's my least favourite, personally.
This is
Full
our
digit.
second single.
Second single. And it's only a short song. It only goes for 2 minutes 40. So let's have a listen to it. This is That's How It Goes.
See what you think.
Coming to you from Rockingham, IPL Radio.
You are indeed listening to IPL Radio, and you're listening to The Yarn, Homespun Arts and Music on IPL. So we're here with Satisfaction Guaranteed. We're just about to wrap up our little yarn for the day.
50% of satisfaction guaranteed.
50% of satisfaction guaranteed, so only partially satisfied.
We got the ugly half. I'm sorry.
No, I wouldn't say that.
We're halfway there. And that was a great song, by the way. I don't know what you were talking about. That was a fabulous song.
Had a real AC/DC sort of introduction to it.
Yeah.
From the sound you're expecting to hear AC/DC. So it was really great rock and roll you guys are making and performing. So we've talked about where everyone can find you in person, but where can they find you virtually?
We've got our we've got Instagram and Facebook. Ain't got TikTok at the moment, which is, I don't think we'll be getting that anytime soon. But we've got
Maybe we'll venture into that eventually.
yeah,
maybe.
eventually. We've got Instagram and Facebook, which is just Satisfaction Guaranteed. And then we got Triple J Unearthed.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then obviously you can find our songs on like Spotify,
Yeah,
Apple
yeah.
Music, and your
Same
normal
with all
music
the usual
streamers.
music stream.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, one stream contributes 0.0004% of a cent
Yeah.
towards our fuel from Bunbury to Perth.
Yeah.
Eventually, if we get enough streams, we might be able to share a Happy Meal on the way as well. So that would be greatly appreciated.
We might actually be able to get back home.
1/4 of a cheeseburger each.
Amazing.
Nice.
Good way of thinking about it. That's like I own shares in Mojo's, but realistically I own 0.02%. Not much.
Don't spend it all in one place.
No. Well, that wasn't my reason for buying shares. I never wanted to make money.
Yeah.
I just wanted to support the local music scene. My son asked me why I did it. I said I put my money where my mouth is, and I don't want the local music scene to die. So I'll
Yeah.
support it by buying shares in Freo Social and Mojo's.
We have a great music scene in WA.
We do. Yeah.
Pretty amazing when you really get into it. So
I think a lot to
Absolutely.
do with it is when you're in Sydney and stuff, the pubs are all full of pokie machines. Over here, they've had 3 referendums saying, do we want pokie machines? And each time, West Australians have come back with a resounding no.
We got Pokemon in our pubs.
Pokemon Go.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
It's an addiction.
So is there anything else you wanted to share with our audience before we say goodbye?
Well, we want to thank you very much for having us on again. We're very much looking forward
pleasure.
to playing at the Freo Social.
Yeah. June
18th of
18th.
June.
Yeah.
18th of June, yeah.
Yeah.
Minus 23. And yeah, definitely just keep supporting your local music,
Yeah.
local venues, local artists.
Come out and see us. We'll be happy to put on a show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You will be impressed. You
You will be
love
satisfied. I
it. Yeah,
reckon.
guaranteed.
All right, well, thanks so much for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you
I'm
very
just
much.
going to go to a song while we say goodbye. We've run out of Satisfaction Guaranteed songs, so I'm going to play
we ain't got enough
Lightning,
money.
Yeah.
Lightning Jack.
We're satisfied.
Lightning Jack will be playing on the 2nd of June. He's doing his live album launch at Clancy's Freo.
Yeah.
So let's have a listen to Foot Tap Boogie, and this is live recorded.